This is from the Today Show, actually, which is probably not the most reputable source, but their sources are from, like, real publications.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is talking about how sugar might fuel the growth of cancer based on some new research. Okay, so interestingly enough, about 2/3 of all cancers come down to lifestyle choices. So that's things like tobacco use, an unhealthy diet, and a lack of exercise. Now, an additional culprit, and what's very interesting, is that refined sugar can be very bad for you if you already have cancer, because it can make your cancer worse by metastasizing. Okay, so this doctor goes by the name of Dr. Cohen. His team found that fructose in particular affects a metabolic process that helps cells to metastasize. So he said in his interview that the majority of cancer patients don't die of their primary tumor, they die of metastatic disease, right? So they did this study on a lot of mice, and they found that the mice that were fed a diet high in fructose and other refined sugars actually died a lot quicker and had more metastatic, whatever, disease. Okay, what do you think, Tamara?
I think it actually makes a lot of sense. I have heard of people starving the cancer before, which is when they go into, I'd hate to use the word detox because it's not a detox, but a nutrition plan where they strictly cut out processed foods and only eat raw is hard, another word I probably shouldn't be using, but more natural products that are derived directly from nature rather than just processed foods.
I mean, and it makes sense. Like, we are eating way too much sugar.
Yeah,
so,
yeah, and it completely goes in with the waste thing, too. Like, the amount, everything that we consume is so processed and used that we make waste for it in one direction, and then we're slowly killing ourselves in the other direction.
Yeah, we're doing a great job at that. So here's an interesting statistic. Fructose consumption in the United States. In 1970, it was about half a pound a person per year. Now in 1997, that increased 124 times to 62 pounds per year.
That's a lot.
So what is the main culprit there? It's soda, right? Soda is not good for you.
Yeah, soda's horrible.
So the reason for this, or what the scientists are speculating, is that these sugars are causing inflammation. Now, we know that inflammation is a huge problem. When we have a lot of inflammation, our body does not act appropriately, and as a result, we can end up in these situations, according to these scientists, where cancer metastasizes faster.
Mm-hmm. That's frightening.
Yeah. So, listen. We've talked about a lot of cancer-related stories on the show because it's pretty interesting, and there's always a story that says X causes cancer, or X doesn't, or X cures cancer, or X doesn't. But the science here seems to be pretty sound, and it makes sense. Listen, I mean, the human body was not created to drink Coca-Cola every day.
Or even consume this as much sugar as we do, because it's in everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to avoid it. And a few weeks ago we had that conversation about having a bowl of ice cream versus a granola bar, and I pointed out the fact that honestly, in a lot of circumstances, they're equivalently packed with sugar, and we don't even think things like that are protein bars, things like that, protein
granola
shakes.
bars are so tricky.
Sugar, yeah, half the time they are
They're
horrible.
like, this is so healthy for you, but it has chocolate and peanut butter and caramel in it.
400 calories.
Yeah. Okay, so fructose is bad for you is the conclusion on this story. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe.